Buenas, 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 buenas. Aquí estamos, otra tarde más. Y vamos a seguir con el Broken World 3, episodio 3 el día hoy. Y vamos al lío. Ayer lo dejamos cuando pusimos la madera en la ventana esta de aquí, que echaba humo pero decía que no era suficiente. Así que hay que buscar una manera de que genere eso más humo. Así que vamos a dar una vuelta a ver si encontramos algo. Comenzamos. Vamos a preguntarle al tipo este a ver si nos cuenta algo.
Hey there, fellow worker. You again. What now?
Pues no quiere decirnos nada. Ah, bueno, es verdad, el camión este no nos dejó entrar porque no teníamos el delantal. Ahora sí nos deja. Mira el cochinillo. No hace el ruido de... Ay, madre. Ah, aquí puedo coger algo. Ah, bueno, pues mira. Esto es agua. Si agua le echo a unas brasas, sale más humo. ¡Ostras! Pero claro, se derretirá. Entonces tendré que ir rápido, ¿no? Hostia, yo me la juego. Ha salido el icono ahí como que se estaba derritiendo. Así que sí, hay que subirse aquí rápido. Joder. ¡Qué difícil! Cogemos el hielito y a ver si cuela. ¡Bien! ¡Vamos!
Ah, that smoke. Don't you just love it? The smell of Maples herself in a salami. Who would have thunk it, huh? But hey, you can have too much of a... What say we, all head down to the club and celebrate our little success?
For God's sake, yes.
Están saliendo ahí todos los mafiosos.
You guys finish up now and head home, you hear?
What about the new guy?
What new guy?
Fella started just now.
Ah, let him be. Hey, he ain't gonna starve, right?
Fingers and the other guys are leaving. Now's my chance to get the manuscript.
Acabo de caer que ayer detrás de una puerta había como un lector de tarjetas Entonces en algún sitio habrá una tarjeta o algo. Oh, mira, el tío de aquí de la entrada ya no está. Uf, vamos a seguir buscando. O si no, he preguntado, sal de los salamis, a ver qué nos cuenta. Ah, esta puerta estaba cerrada ayer. Ah, es por donde habrán salido los tipos estos. Pues un cuchillo con sangre. Cosa rara. Rara, rara.
I'm not about to sit in that chair. Whoa. There's a pool of blood under the chair in the corner. We all know that pigs don't sit on chairs. I don't even want to imagine what's been going on in here.
¿Esto qué es? Ah, bueno, no lo puedo ver. Directamente interactúo. Vamos a ver.
My God, this looks
Bueno.
like it's gonna be another good year for the Martino vintage.
Y no me dirás que vas a tener tú la tarjetita, ¿verdad? Dímelo.
I really don't want to do this, but I've got no choice.
Yes! A key card.
Sí. Tarjetita.
I should leave the guy in peace. Poor guy's hanging from a meat hook. This must be the guy Fingers was talking about earlier. So this is what happens if you cross the Martinos.
A ver si recuerdo dónde era lo de la tarjeta. Era por la puerta azul, creo. O sea... A ver. No, aquí no era. Esta era.
Fingers and the rest of them came out of this room. But how? The room's full of wooden boxes and there's only one exit. Thank heavens for secret.
Voilà. Vamos a guardar.
Not the best view in the world, but hey, whatever. I can see out over the meat. Boss Gene kicking in, though. Through the open window, I can just see the bone cruncher. Falling into that thing would be a big mistake. I bet it could tear cars apart. The cabinet's locked and secured so tightly that it's impossible to open. Even a seasoned pro would struggle here.
George no tiene fuerza.
Its wheels are rusted and seized up. Nothing a bit of oil or grease won't fix. No way am I going to get into that cabinet with my bare hands. That's not such a good idea. The drawers are locked. Fingers must have taken the key.
A ver qué es esto.
Whatever's wrapped in this handkerchief must be very precious to someone. Terrific. A photograph of actress Lucy Chu from that film In Cold Blood. Nice, but not worth wrapping in a handkerchief. A promo photograph of Lucy Chu. The drawers are locked.
Pues no queda muy claro qué hay que hacer aquí. Porque esto de aquí abajo parece algo, pero no deja hacer nada.
A silk handkerchief. Obviously Italian. I am not going to do that. It's the cabinet where Fingers stashed Anna Maria's manuscript. Secure being the operative word. I've never seen so many locks. How am I going to get into it? That's not such a good idea. No way am I doing that. That's not quite right.
Pues vamos a ir para abajo a ver si encontramos algo. Porque aquí poco se puede hacer.
The window looks out over the meat company, the perfect place to watch your workforce. The window looks out over the meat company, the perfect place to watch your workforce. The cabinet isn't going to budge without some extra help.
A ver, hay que buscar o aceite o algo para que ruede esa, porque lo ha dicho. ¿Dónde? Bueno, donde cogimos la madera había como carne al fuego. Entonces estará... espérate, a ver si encuentro la sala esa. ¡Al lío!
Ugh. Well, the fat from the meat is disgusting. I'm gonna need industrial soap to get this off.
El pañuelo puede valer. Sí, era el pañuelo. Entonces supongo que ahora habrá que restregar esto con las ruedas.
Maybe the grease from the handkerchief could loosen up those wheels.
Bien, George, bien.
There, that should do it. The wheels might move a little now.
¡Un mapa!
Underneath the MP3 player is Anna Maria's manuscript.
Ah, era el manuscrito de Ana María. Era un mapa. Pero bueno, aún así.
It's the real thing, all right. 14th century. The question is, how am I going to research it? Museums are out of the question. No. I need somewhere much more salubrious.
Hey, Anna Maria, look.
George, you found it! Oh, thank you, thank you!
All part of the service. Now, let's see just what we've got here.
A fairly typical depiction of a fortified European city. Fleur-de-lis in some pattern. It says, the second, address the arms upon the shields, and close the circle for the knights to let you pass.
Your Latin's good.
It was kind of geeky at school, but you know what? It sure paid off.
4 knights with shield.
Hay que mirar todas las partes del manuscrito.
See how the fortified city has minarets?
It looks Eastern.
Do you think this angel's important?
Perhaps the manuscript will give us a clue.
The fires of hell are consuming the city. The fires of hell are consuming the city. The fires of hell are consuming the city. It says, below the fortress of the one true patriarch awaits the angel. For he who is worthy and follows the path of the righteous.
So, all we need to do is work out who the true patriarch was and where his fortress is.
And then find a way to get below it.
But which fortress? It says, the first, find the knights who share a horse and grasp the stone to open the way.
Maybe the first refers to the path that the righteous must take to reach the angel.
That makes sense. So we should understand the clue once we arrive at the right place.
It reads, the second, address the arms upon the shields and close the circle for the knights to let you pass. It says, the third, follow the master's worldly route and prove yourself worthy to live.
Vamos, George, lee más deprisa.
Heated fight, but was overwhelmed by Mamluk's might. Then he traveled to Longshank's fair city, and as grand preceptor he was received. To the temple at Villeneuve, where he was appointed Grand Master of the Order, before journeying to the island where he holds his court. It says, the last, to see
Esto creo que es lo último que queda por leer.
the great fortress of the Empire of the East, the seat of the Holy Church in the west, the learned Coptic city to the south. Turn from holy Sion to face, from where? Jerusalem?
Ah, no, que si tocas hay más partes dentro de la... Madre mía de mi vida.
Hey, I recognize this. It's Baphomet, the idol that the Templars were accused of worshipping. I really need to find a way to research these subjects. A worthy and devout-looking man? It's an Eastern-looking city. And this looks like St. George, the patron saint of England fighting the famous dragon.
Strange. The city on the right looks Eastern, but it's being defended by a Christian knight.
Wasn't St. George English?
Actually, he came from Turkey.
Y ya creo que estaría, pero a ver ahora cómo salgo yo de aquí. Aquí, la flecha está.
Can you decode it, George?
Not fully. I need a library or a database.
But the streets are too dangerous. Can't we get information online?
Well, there is a website, André Lobineau's Society of Antiquarian Knowledge, but I was locked out.
Didn't you say that Virgil had hacking skills?
Yeah, but he's pretty angry right now.
Then get charming.
Anna Maria's manuscript. This manuscript's given me a lot of grief today, but I gotta admit, I'm kind of enjoying the excitement.
¡Ayúdame, Virgil! ¡Ayúdame!
Virgil, I feel terrible. Virgil? A silent treatment. I hate that.
Bastante retrasado Virgil, ¿eh? Ah, se le rompió el MP3 y nos cayó uno del cielo. Así que se lo vamos a dar y se pondrá contentísimo.
Virgil, I know nothing can replace your MP3 player, but I thought this might ease the loss.
Well, what do you know? Same model. You steal it?
No, certainly not. I'm a lawyer.
Exactly, so you stole it. Well, it doesn't replace the music, though, does it? Ah, heck. I got it all on CD at home anyway. Thanks, George.
Hey, Virgil, you got 5 minutes?
Sure, what can I do for you?
Virgil, I need to get online to do some research.
So go online. What's stopping you?
The site I need blackballed me after Glastonbury. Locked me out.
Take it from me, George, and I've been in prison. Ain't no such thing as locked out. Now, where's that little gadget? I know it's here somewhere. There you go, George. This should be useful.
What is it?
It's a flashcard with a few little features of my own design. Just slip it into your PDA and ride that internet.
So, what happened after we barricaded ourselves in?
First they broke into your office, then they searched the whole place, then they smashed everything up.
Oh, I bet you showed them a few moves though, hey, Virgil?
Are you kidding? I was under the desk, man.
Oh, well, so what did they do then?
Busted my MP3 player and left.
Well, that's some story.
What's so funny, man?
Well, you under a desk, Virgil. I mean, I wish I'd seen that.
You want to keep me as your friend? You better leave it, George.
So, how's Anna Maria been holding up?
Oh, don't worry about her, man. I talked her into a nice, cool place.
No vamos a volver a ver a Juanita.
She's been through a lot, George.
¡Juanita! Con su salami. ¿Dónde está Juanita?
And you just happen to have one available, huh?
You know me, George.
Yep, I do. Anna Maria, can you spare a moment?
What do you need, George?
So, this manuscript has been in your family for years, huh?
It was handed down to my father. He had a whole collection.
Oh, so there were more?
Many more.
So each one could point to a hidden treasure.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, but this one certainly does.
That meatpacking place is pretty shady.
It's a real factory, huh?
It is. But take my advice, never eat a Martino salami.
Pues vamos a meter en el móvil lo que nos ha dado Virgil y a ver qué sale. Me había dado como un papel, pero no lo veo por aquí. Entonces a lo mejor habrá que meterse directamente y ya está. A ver, vamos a otra vez. Es que no pone internet ni nada de eso. ¿Conectar será? Vamos a intentarlo. Bueno, yo aquí no me meto. Vamos a meternos a ver si hay algo. Piratear cosas del Omino siempre está bien, así que sí.
Right, George. This is my homemade hacking system with the emphasis on homemade, know what I mean? I'll show you how to use it by hacking into a computer owned by an old friend of mine. This is you, symbolized by your PDA. This is your destination, the database you're attempting to hack. What you gotta do is connect your data stream to the target computer without being spotted or stopped. See here, my friend lives on the other side of the state. This mountain range is in the way, so we gotta go around it. If we're gonna hack into the database, we're gonna have to pass through these points, or root nodes. They disguise the data stream from your PDA so you don't get found out. To manipulate the data stream, you gotta use routers and refractors. You understand? You're utilizing other less secure systems in the area. You're pretty limited to what the device can...
No me estoy enterando de nada. Pues eso.
This one acts like a mirror. It'll deflect the beam at 90-degree angles. This one refracts your beam at 45-degree angles. These are splitters. They can split a beam at either 45 or 180-degree angles. As the target device is searching for one data stream, you'll need to converge the data streams back into one. You do this using a splitter, but in reverse. But if you're using a splitter in one direction, you can't use it in the other. These points are the bad boys. They're nodes, which detect what you're up to and stop your hacking. You gotta be one step ahead of these fellas. Accidentally route your data stream into one of these, and your connections bust open. I recommend you plan your route before you start placing nodes all over the place. So, watch me complete this puzzle. There you go. Now let's see what my friend has in his database. Oh, no. Oh boy, we didn't want to see that. He is one out.
Ah, vale, que creía que lo tenía que hacer yo. Menos mal. Porque si no, estamos hasta mañana colocando eso. Y en efecto, nos toca. Me cago en la leche. Esto es muy difícil, vamos a ver. Tiene que estar enchufado eso y luego el de 3 ordenadores. Así que vamos a ver cómo lo hacemos. Esto es un poco a prueba y error. O sea, no es fácil del todo, así que estamos en ello. Vamos, 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 vamos.
Anna Maria, can you spare a moment?
What do you need, George?
That meatpacking place is pretty shady.
It's a real factory, huh?
It is. But take my advice, never eat a Martino salami. Hey, Virgil, you got 5 minutes?
Sure, what can I do for you?
The link with Baphomet proves that there's some kind of Templar connection here. The Templars really were victims of betrayal and greed. Philippe IV, I wonder, did you pay for your sins? Even by medieval standards, Philippe IV was a ruthless, vain dictator. His puppet, Clement V, was no better.
Clement V was just a puppet of the king. Did you know popes used to be regularly attacked by mobs in those days? Can't say I'm surprised.
As Napoleon said, history is written by the victors.
Hay que ver, a ver dónde vamos. A ver si en las notas estas sale algo, pero joder, pues no hay enlaces aquí. ¡Me cago en la puta!
Jacques de Molay was cynically betrayed by Philippe IV of France.
Si el manuscrito lo vemos antes, a no ser que se me haya olvidado mirar algo, porque tenía muchas partes. La cuestión es esa, que ya yo juraría que he pulsado... Ah, no, al rey este a lo mejor no lo he pulsado. No sé, va a haber que ir de arriba a abajo.
Now this must depict Clement V, Pope of Avignon, and Philip's crony. But he certainly can't be the true patriarch referred to in the manuscript.
So we just need to work out who exactly is the true patriarch.
It's an eastern-looking city.
If Clement V is not the true patriarch, and St. George, who came from Turkey, is fighting a dragon below the city of a holy man, who is the true patriarch,
Yes?
then the city must be Istanbul, which was known as Constantinople in medieval times. And the fortress must be a reference to the old city.
Vale, faltaba la ciudad esta fortificada.
Does it still exist?
Creo que nos vamos a Estambul.
Someone in Istanbul would.
George, you are brilliant. Thank you so much for helping me.
Hey, I'm having fun. I'd never turn down the chance to search for Templar treasure.
Pues ahora que ya nos lo ha dicho eso, vamos a mirar otra vez el móvil por si acaso. Ah, bueno, a ver, vamos a ver, espera. Porque hemos mirado... Esto lo hemos dado antes, sí.
The idol that the Templars were accused of worshipping.
So, Anna Maria, you feel like a trip?
Pues no vamos a Estambul, ¿no? Al lío, vámonos, vámonos.
Damn good try. Room service. Come in.
Good afternoon, Effendi. I bring chai for you and your good lady wife.
Thank you. She's not my wife, you know.
Ah, of course. Yes, well, you are indeed blessed, sir, to have such a beautiful mistress.
No, what I mean is, we haven't, we don't, there's nothing happening.
Do not worry, sir. A few nights here in the beautiful Pasha Palace, and the sweet creature will know your special gift of romantic love, I am sure. I shall leave you to your rejuvenating sleep, sir.
Hi, George.
Yeah, hi.
What a sweet waiter.
Ahora vengo, un segundo.
Expected. Never has been. All an ugly rumor. Which is good. Time to find the treasure, huh? I'll be in the corridor while you get dressed. All set?
Yeah, thank you, George.
Pues nada, vamos a tener que cortar, sintiéndolo mucho, un poquito antes, porque ha venido la compra. Así que nada, nos vemos mañana. ¡Hasta luego!